What is up, mi gente? Welcome back to the channel. I'm John. This is El Loco's Garage, and today we're going to be installing our 034 Motorsports carbon fiber intake. So I waited about 4 months for it to be delivered. It was back ordered. Today we're going to install it and see how well it fits. So if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because I do have a lot more content coming for you guys. So now let's get started. Looks kind of stock, well, pretty much stock. It's hard for these engine bays to look really aftermarket, but this is what it looks like now. So today we're going to be working in this area. So we've got the snorkel here, cover here, and the air box right under there. First, this cover snaps right off. Next, this snorkel here, we need a Phillips. So these screws are out. This should pop right off just like that. I think we need to reuse these clips right over here. So right now, I'm just putting our screws right back in so I don't lose them. So the next thing that needs to come out are these ignition control modules from the top of the air box. So now we're going to remove the ignition control modules, the ICMs, right here, 7mm bolts. Bolts out. Now these come right off. So the new intake actually has a plate for this. So these will sit on top of that plate. So we're just gonna move this over to the side right now. So there's two clips that hold the MAF to the airbox. One of them is busted here, but the back one, of course, is still on. So we just gotta pop that right off. That. Now, I believe this should be ready to come up and out. Maybe. Maybe not. I gotta take this part off. So, let's go ahead, unscrew this. We are going to take this off. Way. Done. Now the airbox should come right out. Just like that. So you also have these rubber plugs, and don't know if we need them, don't know if we don't, but I'll put them to the side right now and we'll see once we get this air box in what it looks like. So if we take a look inside this engine bay, just on this side by the frame rail, you can see how disgusting and dirty that is. That's not gonna fly with me. So I'm gonna clean this up before I put anything in here. My OCD is just going crazy right now. So I've got some degreaser here in the house, got an old rag, and now I'm just gonna go and spray this and see how it comes out. So found a scrub brush here in the garage. Actually, it's the one that we use inside the house. Don't tell Jen. I'm joking, but I have one in the garage for cleaning dirty areas, so had this soaking for a few minutes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start scrubbing. Well, the degreaser is doing this job. It's degreasing. It's degreasing. disgusting. You know what? I'm gonna have to spray some more. Yep, because that's doing something. That's not doing anything here. Really? Come on. Get that. Now I'm gonna let it sit for a few more minutes. So here we go now. If you hear any noise, that's obviously Jen. Well, that's Jen coming back. So, that's disgusting. Look at that. Ugh. Truly nasty. That's disgusting. Of course, if the motor wasn't in here, I'd pressure wash this and give it a nice scrubbing. Give it the scrubbing that it deserves. Way better. Cleaner, it's getting there. Right there is still kind of nasty. It's soaking right now. We should be able to wipe it all up. Much better so far. So let's go ahead and give it a little more scrubbing. Go ahead and wipe all of that up now. Much better right now. Look at that. Way, way better. I'm happy with that. I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. So the engine bay is actually clean and ready for us to drop the intake in, but we're not actually quite there yet. There's something I need to do to the carbon fiber airbox part. So let's check it out. All right, so here's the new carbon fiber intake for the car. Shout out to 034. So, as pretty and nice as this thing is, it needs a little bit of protection. So, I do have some generic ceramic coating that I picked up from Amazon, coated the sponge, and now I'm just gonna coat. All right, now that's applied, I'm just gonna let it dry up before I wipe it down. Okay, so I have the 034 bracket that they sent for the ICMs, but here's the thing, they don't tell you where they go. And I looked online, tried to find somewhere to put them, and essentially you're on your own to figure out where you want them. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting the airbox in, seeing how it sits, and then finding a place to tie these up where they're going to be nice and secure. Of course, down the line, I'll probably do a delete, and this won't even matter anymore. But a little disappointed. Center plate, some screws, and nowhere to put them. So, oh well, time to move on. Time to install this thing now. Go ahead and remove this headlight out of here now. So you don't even got to take the headlight all the way out. I'm just bringing it forward just a little, just enough to where I can try to see if we get that airbox in. Alright, now that we moved the headlight back, let's try this again. So we managed to get it in, and I'll put it to you guys this way. The quality that it looks is great. Looks wise, this thing is beautiful. That's about it. So, one, there's no place for your ICNs. I'm gonna have to zip tie it somewhere down there. Two, this little loop that's right here, you guys can't really see. There's no way to really get behind it to put something on to hold this into place. Over here, for your air scoop, the holes for this don't even line up. So they put holes on it, but it doesn't even line up. And I'm trying to, be as positive as I can. Doesn't line up, no way to secure it. Had to nearly bend the whole thing in half in order for it to fit. Does it look good? Absolutely, it looks good. Other than that, that's about it. Let's see how the rest of it's going to be to get it on. Alright, so now that this air box that's kind of loose, hopefully it doesn't make much noise, is in place, I'll go ahead and put this elbow back on. MAF is in nice and tight. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, that'll work. We just gotta tighten it up.
You want to put the filter on before?
Not yet. Let me get everything snugged up or tighten up. So right there, that's gonna get nice and tight. Everything is nice and tight all the way up until where the filter is. Don't forget to plug your MAF back in. Alright, MAF is plugged back in. Airbox is hanging in there. Last piece of the puzzle. So, if you guys ever notice or see me at a car show, look at all my clamps. They're all going in the same direction. OCD. So let's go ahead and put this filter on. And it is now tighten down the filter. Is all tight, intake is tight, everything is tight. So I went ahead and added a washer and a nut to the back of this airbox so that way it's not flopping around everywhere. Hopefully make it a little more secure. But now I'm just going to tighten it up just a little bit because it is carbon fiber and you don't want to crack it. So now that she's installed, let's clean up the bay a little more. sounds the same. Is it worth the money? The quality of the carbon fiber is fantastic. The quality of the parts is great. Could they fit better? Absolutely. Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't. I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you. It's a good looking piece. It does look really good, but I wouldn't spend the money or waste time waiting for it again. I mean, there's so many other options out there. All right, guys, so we're all done. Took the car around the block real quick, make sure nothing fell off. Nothing fell off. But the ignition control module bracket or whatever they sent, there's nowhere to mount it. You know, it looks like it was more of an afterthought, if anything. So, with all that being said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely helps me out. Let's get these B5 S4 videos out. We definitely have more content coming for the B5 platform, and even for the Mini, and some for the GTI as well. So, I'm John. This is A Locals Garage, and I will see you next time.